So basically, long story short, if you want to lose weight, you have to restrict your calories enough that you're in a caloric deficit. You still think caloric restriction works. No, if you want to lose weight, you have to fast. What's fasting? It's where you go long periods of time without eating food. So, like, no food at all? Nope, you just don't eat for a long period of time. So the most extreme form of caloric restriction. No, you didn't hear me. Caloric restriction doesn't work. Sure.
That's hilarious, actually. To either side of the equation, right? The calorie side versus the hormone guys. And I love the comical aspect to it that he put to where it does look like, from the perspective of a calorie, we'll call them calorie zealots, it's like, what are you missing? Because yes, he made some true statements there, that fasting is the most extreme version of a calorie deficit. We know that. And so where he's coming from, and I think a lot of these calorie zealots come from, is, well, then your weight loss is coming from calories, right? But then you have a lot of these hormone zealots that will tell you calories don't matter. And I think that's the biggest rub, because as somebody who operates and has helped thousands of patients with lasting weight loss, focusing on optimizing the hormones, but I do recognize the research that does validate at the end of the day that you have to be in a surplus of calories to gain weight, and you have to be in a deficit of calories to lose weight. We know that to be true, yet clinically I observe every single day that focusing on hormones yields better results most of the time. The problem, and you see a lot of these non-doctors too as well that are selling supplements that help improve hormones, you add some fasting to them, they'll tell you that calories don't matter. And I'll tell you, I think, in my opinion, Dr. Fung has even made comments suggesting calories don't matter. And so I can only guess at this point that I think, again, we have, who am I talking to, right? Giving a scientific lecture, right? Talking about the actual mechanisms and the processes that evolve and looking at the outcome, he wouldn't say that. But talking to a layman person, because what's actually practical, calories don't matter, because it's your hormones that are gonna govern whether or not in a real world setting, you are gonna end up in a calorie deficit or not, right? Because yes, scientific controlled experiments tell us surplus means gain, deficit means loss. But then real world clinical experience tells me, Dr. Fung, and thousands of other clinicians that something is governing that calorie issue, and we know it to be hormones. Dr. Fung laid the payment for that. I don't have RCTs yet to say that that is absolutely true. We can have a scientific debate saying we don't know what's true, and I can only look at my anecdotal observations, and the fact that my whole company's business success comes from the fact that we do this every single day, looking at clinical blood work too as well. But in any case, funny video, but he's just not on the right path. We'll see you guys later.